sky turned black at 31:17 p.m. No clouds, no storm warning, just darkness. Like a switch had been flipped. People froze in parking lots. Kids screamed on playgrounds. Birds dropped from the air. Not all of them died, but everyone stopped mid-flight. Phones died too. Every device within a 10-mile radius. Cars stalled on highways. Hospitals lost power. And in the middle of it, a single boy stood in a field. He was 12 years old, wearing red sneakers and a dinosaur backpack. His name was Eli, and he didn't even blink. That day changed everything. Because Eli wasn't just any kid, he was patient zero, and no one knew it yet. Not his parents, not the doctors, not the men in black suits who arrived 2 hours later. They came fast, with drones and Geiger counters. Radiation levels were off the charts, but not from nuclear decay. From something else, something alive. Eli's blood glowed under UV light, green, pulsing like a heartbeat. They took him that night. No court order, no explanation, just silence, and a fake report about food poisoning. That's how it started, with one child, one anomaly. And a secret buried so deep, even Congress didn't know. Now we're 6 years into the aftermath. Cities have quarantine zones. Schools teach anomaly safety. And every newborn is scanned at birth for signs, for pulses, for light beneath the skin. This isn't science fiction, it's our reality. And Eli, he's still out there, somewhere, watching, waiting, and maybe remembering. We all think monsters are born in labs, or outer space, or ancient forests untouched by man, but sometimes they're born in suburbs, in split-level homes with sprinklers and minivans. Eli lived in one. Maple Creek subdivision. Nice lawns, friendly neighbors, cookie-baking moms. Dad worked in insurance, Mom homeschooled for 3 years, nothing strange. Until the headaches started. At first, they blamed screen time. Too much tablet, too many YouTube videos. Then came the nosebleeds, bright red, thick, happening in his sleep. Doctors ran tests, blood work, MRI. Everything came back normal, except one thing. His pupils reacted to light, slowly, like they weren't fully human. But kids change, right? Parents ignored it, told themselves it was puberty or allergies. Then came the night he levitated, just 6 inches above his bed, hovering, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. His mom saw it. She screamed, turned on the lights. He dropped, landed softly, said he was dreaming about flying. She made an appointment with a neurologist, but before she could go, the blackout hit. The world went dark, and Eli walked outside, barefoot, in the cold, head tilted up, like he was listening to something only he could hear. When the lights came back 3 hours later, Eli was gone, vanished. No note, no footprints, just a single green feather on his pillow. Not from any bird on Earth. Lab analysis showed organic material, but with crystalline structure. Impossible, yet real. That's when the government moved in. Men in black, federal ID badges, no names. They seized the house, burned his clothes, erased his school records, declared the incident weather-related. Static discharge, mass hysteria, case closed, but it wasn't, because 2 weeks later, another kid vanished. Same age, same symptoms, same green glow in the blood. Then another, and another. By month 3, 18 children missing, all showing pre-signs, headaches, nosebleeds, headaches, nosebleeds, headaches, nosebleeds, like strange dreams. And then, poof, gone. No ransom, no bodies, no clues, only one pattern. They disappeared during solar eclipses, or thunderstorms, or magnetic fluctuations, events that messed with Earth's field, like something was calling them home. Scientists called it resonance theory. The kids weren't sick, they were tuned to a frequency, a signal, Olen's quote, coming from somewhere deep underground. Or maybe not underground, maybe beneath, below the crust, below the mantle, somewhere hot, dark, alive. Dr. Lena Reyes believed that. She was a geophysicist, worked at Caltech, specialized in infrasound, low-frequency waves, the kind animals feel before earthquakes. She noticed a spike in global readings the day Eli vanished. Then again with each disappearance. Same frequency, 5.2 hertz. Exactly the resonance of human brainwaves during deep REM sleep. Coincidence? She didn't think so. She published a paper, got laughed out of the conference. Fringe science, they said. Pseudoscience with no proof. Then her lab got raided. Hard drives wiped, notes confiscated. She was told to stop talking or lose her license. So she went quiet. For a year, but she kept recording, using homemade sensors, buried in national parks, hidden in storm drains, and she found it, the signal. Stronger now, pulsing daily, growing, and it wasn't coming from below, it was coming from inside us, from the missing kids. Their bodies were transmitters, broadcasting from somewhere far away or far below. She mapped the pulses, traced them to a point, a single location, deep in the New Mexico desert, near an old missile silo, decommissioned in the 90s, officially abandoned, unofficially active. Satellite images showed heat signatures, night patrols, concrete poured over the entrance, but something was down there, something big. She drove out alone, with a camera, and a Geiger counter. She got within half a mile. Then her car died, phone went dark, and she felt it, a vibration, in her teeth, in her bones, 5.2 hertz, right on target. She turned on her recorder, whispered her findings. If you're hearing this, they're not gone, they're evolving. Then silence. Her body was found 3 days later. No wounds, no toxins, but her eyes, they were glowing, faintly, green, like fireflies under glass. Autopsy showed neural rewiring, brain activity patterns matching the missing children. She'd been exposed, infected, changed, and she wasn't the last. After that, sightings increased, figures in the desert, tall, thin, moving silently, eyes faintly lit. Children's faces, but not quite human anymore. Farmers reported crops dying in circles, animals avoiding certain areas. And every full moon, a low hum, like a chorus of whispers, coming from underground. The government denied everything, issued statements, called it mass delusion, blamed TikTok trends, conspiracy theories, but they doubled security at military bases near fault lines, deployed new radar systems, and quietly evacuated towns within a 100-mile radius of the New Mexico site. Still, people wondered. What happened to those kids? Were they dead, experimented on, or transformed? Some said they were building something, a door, a bridge, a way back to where? No one knew. But the signal kept growing, louder, clearer, more urgent, and then silence. For 17 days, no pulses, no disappearances, no hum in the desert. People breathed. Thought it was over, maybe the threat passed. Maybe the kids were cured, maybe the signal was broken. But Dr. Reyes's final note was recovered from a backup drive, buried in code. It said, "They're not calling out anymore, they're calling in." That's when the quake started, small at first, then bigger, centered on New Mexico. Seismologists recorded movement deep in the asthenosphere, like something was rising, not lava, not tectonic plates, something structured, artificial, metal, or crystal. Then the sky changed. Again, same as Eli's day, black at 31:17 p.m., but this time, stars appeared, wrong ones, constellations never seen before, and in the silence, a sound, like wind through glass tubes, music, melodic, sad, beautiful, and thousands of people reported seeing figures in their yards, on rooftops, at windows, children, smiling, hands outstretched, inviting. Some opened their doors, followed them, never came back. Others resisted, locked doors, covered windows, stayed inside, but they heard the song, every night, getting closer, getting louder. And then the broadcast out of nowhere. Every TV, every phone, every radio switched to the same channel, a grainy image, a cave lit by green light. And there, standing in the center, Eli, older, taller, eyes glowing, skin faintly translucent. He spoke, voice calm, clear, not hostile, not angry, just sad. "We tried to warn you. We sent signals, dreams, visions, pain. You ignored us. You called us sick, broken, abnormal. But we are the next step. The planet is changing. The core remembers, and it's waking up. We are its voice, its hands, its children. You can join us, or you can fade. The choice is yours." Then the screen cut to static, and the lights went out again. This time, they didn't come back, not everywhere. Some cities stayed lit, power grids held, but others gone dark, forever. And in the dark places, the humming grew. The children returned, not as abductees, as ambassadors. They walked through towns. Knocking on doors, offering a chance to evolve, to become more, Most refused. Some listened. A few followed. Entire families vanished overnight, left behind only green feathers and warm beds. No struggle, no fear, just peace and light under the skin. The government launched Operation Nightfall. Troops deployed, weapons designed to disrupt the frequency, EMP blasts, sound cannons. But nothing worked. The children absorbed energy, converted it, sent it back stronger. Soldiers reported seeing their own childhood friends, long dead, smiling, welcoming. Many laid down their arms, walked into the light. The operation failed, not from weakness, from surrender. People didn't fight, they joined. Schools began teaching the signal. Children learned to meditate, to listen, to resonate. Hospitals replaced MRI machines with harmonic scanners, checking for compatibility. Churches changed sermons, no longer about heaven above, but evolution below. The earth itself was becoming sentient, and we were invited to be part of it, not as masters, as cells, as neurons, as a nervous system. Eli was the first, but he wasn't special. He was simply first to answer. The call wasn't alien. It wasn't supernatural. It was planetary, a billion-year-old rhythm, resurfacing. And the children, they were the bridge, the transition generation, born with the ability to feel the pulse, to sync with the core, to merge. And now they're building a network, a web of light, stretching across continents, connecting every willing mind, forming a global consciousness, rooted in the earth, not against it, with it. Some call it the Gaia mind, others call it the deep song, scientists call it phase 3, integration, but most just call it home. Eli hasn't spoken again, but he's seen, in crowds, in ceremonies, standing silent, watching, protecting, guiding. He doesn't look like a savior or a monster. He looks like a boy who grew up too fast, who carries a weight no child should bear. And maybe that's the truth. We spent years asking what happened to the missing kids. We feared them, hunted them, denied them. But the real question was never, what are they? It was, are we ready to evolve? Because evolution isn't always gentle. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't wait for consensus. It pushes forward, whether we're ready or not. And sometimes, the future arrives in the form of a child standing in a field, eyes open, heart beating in sync with the planet's core. The world didn't end that day. It changed, and change is never clean, never simple, but it is inevitable. We are no longer alone on this planet. We are part of it, fully, finally. And the children, they were never taken. They were chosen. And now, the invitation stands. For all of us, if we're brave enough to listen, if we're humble enough to change, the signal is still pulsing. 5-2 hertz, in your chest, in your bones, in your dreams. Can you feel it? It's not fear, it's connection, it's belonging. It's the earth saying, you are not separate, you are mine, and I am yours. We spent centuries trying to conquer nature. Yeah. Now nature is offering the different path, not domination, harmony, not control, coexistence, not fear, love, simple, ancient, true, and the children lead the way, not because they're powerful, but because they remember what we forgot, that we are stardust and soil and water and light, bound together, always. The darkness in the sky was never the end, it was a womb. And we are being reborn into something greater, something whole. And if you ever stand in a quiet field at dusk and feel a vibration in your molars, don't run, don't hide. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and listen. The song is beautiful, and it's for you. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe.